Good morning. Welcome back to the Great Awakening. This is episode 11, and it will be titled, Jesus is Coming Soon. So let's get right into it. So why do I say that? I say that because all of the evidence is clear that our world is heading for disaster. Technology is increasing. With AI, with automation, robotics, it's taking people's jobs. Our economy is on the verge of collapse. People are changing rapidly. They're waxing cold. It says that in the Bible will happen in the end of days. Um, you're seeing so much craziness in the world. Politics, things are just getting out of control. People are living on the edge. Most people are either thinking about suicide or they have already done it, which is not good because it is becoming too hard to survive in this world. Love is falling apart. Social media has destroyed what love used to be. It's impossible now to meet anyone pure, with pure intentions. Marriage is collapsing. The dating scene is a disaster. Like I said, people have waxed cold. You can't go anywhere now without having rude people around you or, horrible drivers around you. People breaking the law constantly. Theft is on the rise. Murder's on the rise. You can't turn on the news without, not one thing that's spoken is ever good. The world is just broken. And that's why I say Jesus is coming soon. All of these things were signs in the Bible. People waxing cold. It'll be like the days of Noah. People will mock God, which happens every day. It's just a dark, sick, sinister world where the people at the top don't care about the people at the bottom. And that's including our government. The workplaces that you work for, they don't care about you either. They will fire you in a heartbeat. They will replace you the very next day, maybe even the same day. It's just gotten so bad. And the jobs now are horrible. It's impossible, even in my area, which is a huge area, Middle Tennessee, it's impossible to find a good job. Every job that I've tried hasn't worked out. I had recently posted on one of my videos that I got a job at FedEx, and I've already quit because it's so horrible. I'm not going to be mistreated. I was having to lift 14-foot long trampolines, these freaking armoires that probably weighed 200 pounds. Ain't no way I'm doing that for $20 an hour. So, you see what I mean? They treat people like animals in these workplaces. And nobody deserves that. I'm a chosen one. I have special abilities. I'm a musician. I'm doing these channels. I have another YouTube channel too. But I have a lot of great things to offer the world, and it's not lifting heavy boxes and, slaving away for $20 an hour. I'm not doing it. Anyways, I'm back to doing food delivery for right now. I got a new job coming up next week. I don't know if it's going to be any better, so I'm not even going to mention it. But we'll see. But I'm sure you guys are struggling with the same problem. Doesn't matter where you live. You will not make enough money to survive. That's why I say the world is about to collapse. The economy is about to collapse. People are not able to afford cars. They're overpriced. People can't buy homes anymore. I know in my area, I would say you'd have to make, $140,000 to $150,000 a year to even apply, to be able to even get a house. When I'm doing DoorDash, you wouldn't believe, like, I see thousands of homes that are probably $500,000 to $1 million. I just went to a house the other day, had a G-Wagon in the parking lot. You know, where are all these people getting their money? Where are they working? I don't get it, you know, because I can't find jobs that pay that well. I mean, it's insane. It really is. It reminds me every time that I know we are in a simulation, because none of this is real. It is all an illusion. Everything that you see, it's all an illusion. So with that being said, I mean, it makes it even more difficult when you're going against the grain, or you feel like everything you do, you know, it's like you're comparing yourself, and we shouldn't do that. But the reality is, this simulation is very confusing. You know, you can't find a job like those people that, you know, are working and able to support themselves on. And then most of the time, there's nobody even home. You know, you wonder, where are these people? I've seen endless streets of homes that are probably $500,000, and there's nobody outside. There's no cars in the driveway. It's just a simulation. None of this is real. It's just an illusion. But what I can tell you is real is our spirits. We are all here as spirits having a human experience. It's a learning experience. So most likely all of what we're going through is just to learn, to grow. And, you know, if you think about it, on this earth, it's just a very trivial amount of time compared to eternity. You know, we are all spiritual beings. So when we move on, I mean, we're still living on for the rest of eternity. That's why you need to choose heaven. You need to choose Christ, because I don't want to see anyone go to hell. But that's where most people are headed on this earth, because they're not even trying to live a clean life. They're not trying to live for God. Most people are not worried about him at all. They're just out here living, having fun, partying, you know, just drinking, doing drugs, smoking weed. I mean, it's out of hand. I don't know if you guys have noticed, everywhere I work, people are smoking weed in the parking lots. It's insane. I don't understand what's wrong with these people. There's so much more to life, you know, but people just live like there's no tomorrow. They're not worried about their souls. They're not worried about what they're doing to their bodies. People are just broken. They're lost. They're evil. And it's a sickening world. It really is. And I hate to leave on a bad note, but today is the day you need to come clean. You need to ask forgiveness for your sins. Ask Jesus Christ to come into your heart and save you from this dark world. I don't want to see you go to hell. So please take it serious today and ask Jesus to come into your heart. Have a great day.